So if you're watching this video, you're wanting to learn how to use the automatic grader. So once you have enough assessment data to start marking, you're going to head over to the Organization and Marking tab on the website here, found in the top right. And then you're going to pick the tool for the strand that you're working with. So if, let's say, we completed an algebra assessment, I'm going to click the picture of the spreadsheet right here. And once I click this, it's going to take me to this page. It's called a copy document page. Now, as soon as you hit make a copy, it's going to make you a copy of this Google Sheet. It is yours. There is no one else who has access to this with the exception of yourself. So as soon as you hit make a copy, it's going to take a moment and you'll see that it has made a copy of this document here. Now, I would go ahead and rename it. So let's say I'm going to call this Fall Algebra 2020. So here I've gone ahead and I've named this component. So let's say I click out of it and now I need to get back to that document. Well, it automatically goes to your Google Drive. So if I go to my Google Drive here, it will pop up. As I can see, I was doing a video with this earlier on, Fall Algebra 2020. And here we go. So this is, again, that same document that we had for just a second ago. So let's say I have a grade 7-8 class and I just want to see if there's any gaps within their algebra. For modified programs, I might be using a DRE or a C to D tool. A very low student, probably an STC student, would be an A to C. But let's just say I'm going to do a class-wide assessment here just to check for most students at an E and a G. So I just type the student's name in here. And then I'm going to enter their marks. Now let's say there's a question that I'm not sure how to grade. Here, if you just float above any of the question numbers, you'll see a little box pop up wherever. So this is for question 12, 1 point if a graph is clear and correct, 1 point for reasonable explanation that shows an understanding of how the graph illustrates the relationship. So again, as I'm moving through here, all I have to do is just float on top of the question and it'll tell me exactly what the scoring guide is for that question, very similar to a DRA. So I go ahead and I start inputting results. The student's doing pretty well, misses a point there, misses a point there, 0 there. We'll keep letting them go through. All right. So as students typically progress through any of the assessments, the farther they go, the harder it's going to get. Those are typically where the later tools questions are added into. So now I have Dale Jr.'s assessment score for algebra of the E to G tool. And I can see that in his E tool, he has a suggested 3. In his F tool, a suggested 3. And a G tool, suggested 3. So it's a nice clean average of phase 3. So now that I know what phase Dale Jr. is in, I'm now going to take a look at the checklist here, phase 3 checklist. So I jump over to the phase 3 checklist. I'm going to type his name in there. And then I'll use the results to teaching and go through all of the skills and just check off what he has. I'm going to be doing a second video on how to do this and how to use that. And you can check that out on the website.